All right, my lighting for Animators, and this session here we're going to take a look at mesh lights. We have a Pixo Junior rig, and here it's got a light bulb inside. So we're going to turn that light bulb into a light, make it a mesh light. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to select the object, and I'm going to go to Arnold, I'm going to go to lights, and I'm going to go mesh light. Bang. And then that's going to select Pixo light bulb shape, and then show original mesh is that will actually have the original mesh in there. So if let's just hit play here. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so right now I don't see a mesh. Boom. I'm going to show that original mesh. But we also don't have a light coming in there. And remember, our general rule is we're going to go big. So I'm going to go 20. Alright, now I see it going. Now here, if we dial this back so it's not killing our kid, see, the original mesh is not really giving us what we want, but it's also gray. Let's just turn that off. We don't really get to see that that mesh at all, or that representing the light. So if what we can do is we can select that mesh. Is that selected, or is my light selected? I want that mesh selected. There we go. So let's just assign a material to this. So I'm just going to standard surface, and then I'm going to just go to a preset here, and let's just grab a glass, just replace. Alright, so now we're seeing through that. It's a little much, so I'm just going to hit 3 just to make it smooth. And go back to the material. Material attributes, sorry. That's what I'm going for. I think I selected the there we go. Where's that? Okay. So here I'm going to drive down the transmission here. Just going to make it a little cloudier just to give it a little more volume. And I think also the let's see, I can give it some depth if I wanted to. This isn't about it's not really about this, right? So I can also make it emissive here. And there we go. Bring that color down a bit. All right. Okay. So I can find it in the light default set here. Because this is, let's go to our master shot. Now again, this is a halogen bulb, right? And last session we talked about color temperature, and this is definitely where we're going to put color temperature in. I'm going to grab color temperature here. And I mean, we can, just come at this with another form, but let's make this bright, and I'm going to turn off that light that we had just above it, because that's not really necessary right now. There we go. So now we have that nice little light coming in at that temperature, and I think what I would do is I would come over to that emissive color that we have on the object. Come on, object, give me the object. There's the object. So I'm going to go to this emissive, and I'm going to bring that emissive color a little more in line. So I'm going to just go to yellow, and I'm going to desaturate that to get to about where that other thing was. There we go. Now that intensity is pretty big in there. So we're going to go back to that light now. I can bring down this color, that intensity, sorry, exposure. Eventually I was going to get it right. I mean, it was just a matter of, you know, maybe change where this light is looking here. Change that angle a bit. Get a little more down. Get a look into the camera if we want. Maybe he's got, you know, something else going on in his life. Maybe he's part of the spill. We don't know. Now I'm going to cheat a bit. I'm going to bring that forward a bit. I'm going to get that to focus on that object a little bit better. And I'm going to just mark that. All right, something like that. I can isolate this here. Again, I'm competing with the sun, and you know, you can't really compete with the sun. Okay. Also, the intensity, the way light works is you're most intense here, and then it falls off really fast, and then it starts to flatten out as it gets further away. There's the inverse square law of lighting, so it's still going to be a little bit brighter here. All right, and I can turn on my oops, I'm isolating that. Sorry, I have this off camera there. When I was dialing that in, I was just isolating it, right, so I could get that light to face where I wanted it. I got my sky dome coming in. And again, I think I might push that a little further down because I want that contrast there between these two light sources. There we go. I'll bring that up a bit. All right, so anyways, it's the mesh light, and oh, actually there's that light visible button right there. We didn't even have to. Oh, actually the light visible button. Let's just take a quick look here. Perspective 2. All right, if we turn that off. All right, so we see the light there, right? But when you look actually at a lamp, you if I turn that off, I don't think we see the light there. Or actually, it's like getting denoised or something. I'm not really seeing the light there if I turn this on or off. Yeah, I got my camera. Oh, this doesn't have the camera setting. So if we make this light visible, there we go. All right, so it is there. It was just really bright. So actually, when you look inside of a object like this, you still can see that bulb, and that doesn't really, it's not really dialing in like it would dial in, especially with that brightness. So I think I would still do this show original mesh, so I could have that shape of the bulb, because that looks more bulbish to me. And then I would actually kind of do a better treatment on that. But that's because, you know, That's what I would do. Doesn't necessarily mean that's what you'd have to do. Let me just dial this down a bit. All right, something like that. Okay, so and then again we have this samples, the normalize. Again, that has to do with the size of the object. The size of the object is not going to really change, so I don't think you really need to deal with that. The shadow density, shadow color, we've gone over that. Volumetrics we're not getting into yet. Really getting this sample up. That's what you'd want to do. 3, 4, 5. Your SS indirect, we've all gone through this. This is all the same settings. So it was really just about getting this light established and in your scene, which is kind of cool, right? Looks nice. Character's lit, and the light is pointing towards the action. Those are what we want, right? Nice little rim light going on. So this would be our key. This would be our rim light. That sun coming in. Really focusing on what's going on. But yeah, there you go. There's not a lot to this one because we've gone through most of these things already. So thank you very much.